Hello, this is Jamie with Creations Misfit, and today I'm here to show you how to make this quick and easy adult and child beanie. And I also have a video, or I'm going to have a video for a toddler size as well. So I will put that in the description box below, the link to the toddler size. But today we're going to do children's, maybe like age 3 to 10, and then an adult size. So what you will need is about 160 yards of probably a size 6 yarn. I used a size 5 for this, and I'm going to use a size 5 today only because they're extra thick. But I love this chunky, what I'm going to use today, and this is a size 5. But if you have like a thinner 5, like this one, Yarn Bee Soft and Sleek Chunky, this isn't going to work. You'll need a size 6. So look at how thin this 5 is compared to this one. Well, I don't know if you can tell, but it's a big difference. So if you have a thick size 5, use that. Otherwise, a size 6. And you also need, for the adult size beanie, you'll need a size 9mm hook. And if you're doing the child size, you will need a size 7mm hook. And the pattern is virtually the same. There's just a couple differences, but the size hook that you use will make most of the difference. And then you'll need a pair of scissors and a yarn needle to sew in your ends. And then if you'd like to do like a yarn pom or a faux fur pom, you can do that as well. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to be making the adult beanie, but I will explain to you the differences for the child size as we go along. And like I said, it's about the same. Also, if you're curious about this color, I love this chunky in Saturn's rings. And today I'm going to use, I love this chunky in the color Heathered Brown. And if I'm going too quick or too slow for you, you can change your settings, the speed in your settings. And also, if you don't want to hear me speak, you can just put it on mute. I'm going to have the full written pattern up on the screen as we go. All right, so we are going to start with a magic circle. Let me just zoom in here a little bit. Or a magic ring. And if you're unfamiliar with this, I do have a video that will go through it a little bit slower, and I'll put a little card up here. You can click on that and learn the magic circle and then come back. But it's pretty easy once you get going with it. Just put your yarn over the back of your 3 fingers, or the front of your 3 fingers, and then we're going to make an X around our fingers like this. You can hold it down with your pinky, and then just take your yarn needle, or I'm sorry, your hook, and go underneath the bottom portion, and we're going to go over the top and pull that up. And that's your magic circle right there. But I'm going to chain 1 here just to secure it a little bit. So you can just go under this one and chain 1 and then pull it off your fingers, and there you have your magic circle. And there's a lot of different ways to do it. This is the way that I found that stays the best for me. All right, so to start with round 1, we're going to chain 3. Now we've already chained 1, so let's chain 2 more. And the chain 3 is never going to count as a stitch throughout this pattern. Okay, so we chain 3, and then we're going to do 12 double crochet into the magic circle. So you're just going to do 12 double crochets inside the magic circle, and we're going to slip stitch to the first. So go ahead and pause the video, do your 12, and I will meet you right back when I'm done with mine. All right, at the end, you're going to pull your magic circle tightly to close it up, and we're going to slip stitch into the very first double crochet that we made. So make sure that you're not slip stitching into the top of the chain 3, but into the double crochet. And this, that's the end of round 1. So if you're doing the child's hat or the adult hat, I will let you know when there's going to be a difference. Otherwise, right now, everything is the same, except if you're doing the child's, just make sure you're using the 7mm, okay? So for round 2, we're going to chain up 3, and we are going to do 2 double crochet in every stitch around. So go ahead and start with that very first one. Oops. And we're going to put 2 double crochet into that stitch. So we're just increasing in every stitch around. All right, so we'll put 2 in the next, And at the end of round 2, you should have 24 stitches. So go ahead and do yours. We'll slip stitch to the beginning, and I'll meet you after round 2. All right, make sure you slip stitch into the first double crochet at the end here. And there we are after round 2. So moving on to round 3, we're going to chain up 3. And then we're going to double crochet in the very first stitch. And then we will increase in the next. So we'll put 2 double crochet in the next stitch. And that will be our pattern all the way around for round 3. We'll do 1 double crochet, and then we'll do an increase in the next. And we'll slip stitch when we get to the end. And you will have 36 stitches at the end of round 3. Here we are at the end of round 3. So let's move on to round 4. We're going to chain up 3, and we will double crochet in our very first stitch, and double crochet in the next stitch. And then we're going to do 2 double crochet or an increase in the next stitch. And that will be our pattern all the way around. Double crochet in the next, 1 double crochet in the next, and then increase in the next. And at the end of round 4, you should have 48 stitches, and we will slip stitch when we get to the end. So I'll meet you after round 4. And here we are after round 4. So to start round 5, we are going to chain up 3. And we're just going to do 1 double crochet in every stitch around. So at the end of round 5, we will slip stitch to the very first double crochet, and then we will have 48 stitches again. Okay, so go ahead and finish up round 5, and I will meet you back. Okay, here we are at the end of round 5. Going to slip stitch. And your hat should start curling now a little bit because we're not increasing anymore. So that's fine if it's starting to look like a bowl. Okay, so let's go into round 6, and we're going to chain up 3. And we are going to do a front post double crochet. So if you're not familiar with that, I do have a video for it. If you need more time, I will show you here as well. But I'll put a little card up here if you want to go and take a little bit more time to learn it and come back. But it's very easy. It's just a double crochet, but normally we go through the stitch, like through the top of the stitch here. We're just going to go around the post instead, and that's what gives us this nice ribbing texture. Okay, so to start out, we're just going to go right around. Now we're not going to go here where the chain 3 is. We're going to go into the very first stitch or around. So you just yarn over like you're doing a regular double crochet, and then you're just going to go underneath the post here and then finish your double crochet. So you'll yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that's your front post. And then we're going to do a back post. So we'll alternate front post, back post, front post, back post all the way around. So the back post is a little bit more difficult if you're just getting started, but once you get it, it's really easy. We're going to go through the post or around the post, but we're going to go through the back. So yarn over, and you're kind of turning your work. Here's the post that we're going to go around right there. Turn your work and just come in through this way instead. Okay, so you kind of go through the front and end up in the back. And then just yarn over and pull your loop up, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. So that's the back post. So I'll do one of each again with you. So next we're going to do the front post. So we just went around this one. So we're going to do this one next. So yarn over. For the front, you go around the back and you end up in the front. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2. And then for the back, you're going to yarn over, we're going to kind of turn, we're going to go through and end up in the back. Yarn, and I just kind of hold this down to make sure that I'm pulling through correctly. Yarn over and pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over and pull through 2. And once you get going, it actually works up really quickly. So if you're having a hard time, don't fret. You'll just need to spend a little bit more time getting going with those. Okay, so for round 6, we're going to go ahead and do front post, back post all the way around, and we'll slip stitch when we get to the top, or when we get back around, but I'll come back and show you how to do that to make sure you're getting into the right space. When you come around to the end, you will end with a back post double crochet. So that's how you know you're on track, and you should have 48 stitches. Now it's going to look like there's another post here, but that's just the chain 3 from the previous round. So you just skip that. And then here's the chain 3 from this round. You want to make sure you go into the top of the post stitch here, not the chain 3. So just go ahead and slip stitch there. And that's the end of round 6. And to start with round 7, just chain up 3. And for rounds, okay, if you're doing the child hat, rounds 7 through round 13, you're going to do the same thing that we did for 6. Okay, we're just going to do front post, back post all the way around for rounds 7 through 13 for the child hat. If you're doing the adult hat, it will be rounds 7 through 15 will do the same thing. And I'm just going to show you a little bit here, because now we actually have the post, so it's easier to see. So you're just going to go around the post that we did from the last round, but make sure you don't go down too low. You just want to go around the one that we just made. So it will be front post, back post. You don't even have to turn your work. You can go in and out this way, and you'll just go around the post that you just made. Okay, so 7 through 13, this is 7. You'll do 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13 for a child. And for adult, you will do 7 through 15. All right, and then we will come back together at the end, and then we'll just have 2 rounds left to finish off the hat. And if you, what was I going to say? Oh, I guess that's it. Oh, don't forget to slip stitch to the top of the stitch, the very first stitch at the end of each round, and you should have 48 stitches in every round. Okay, so this is 7. I will see you after either 13 or 15. Okay, welcome back. So I did up to after round 15 here. This is what my hat is looking like. Let me zoom out a little bit. All right, and we just have 2 more rounds, so let's go ahead and get those done. So we're going to chain up 1, and this will be, if you're doing the child size hat, this will be round 14, and if you're doing the adult, this will be round 16. So for that round, we are just going to do 1 single crochet in every stitch around, which is just easy enough. 1 single crochet, and then we have a different round after this, and we'll finish. I just want to say thank you so much for watching. I hope this works out for you, and I would love for you to like the video and comment below and let me know what kind of yarn you used and what colors or who you're making the hat for. I love to get comments like that, and I try to reach back out to everybody that leaves a comment. And also, if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you on my channel. I have a lot of different stitch patterns or stitch tutorials and pattern tutorials. I do yarn hauls. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I pay for everything myself, but I like to do yarn haul videos whenever I purchase new yarns so that people can get a feel for maybe things that they haven't used before. So if you'd like to subscribe, I'd love to have you. I always have new videos coming out. I have a lot of ideas, and if you have any ideas for a pattern you'd like to see, you can leave it in the comments below as well, and I will try to make that happen for you. I also do yarn giveaways every so often when I can afford to do that. So yeah, stay tuned and check out some of my other pattern tutorials. I have all different kinds of things like kitchen stuff and blankets and hats and scarves, gloves, fingerless gloves, mittens. I have book covers and bookmarks and I don't know, all kinds of different stuff. Okay, when you get to the end here, we're going to slip stitch to the first single crochet, and then we will finish with the last round, which will be round 15 for the child size hat and round 16 or 17 for the adult. So you're going to chain up 1, and we are going to do back loop only single crochet all the way around just to give it this edge here on the bottom. So if you're not familiar with back loop only, it's really simple. It's just a regular single crochet, but normally we go through both loops, like we go through the stitch like this, and then here's the front loop, and here's the back loop, and we're just gonna single crochet in all of the back loops all the way around. So just go ahead and single crochet in each of the back loops, and we will slip stitch when we get to the beginning. So I'm going to let you do yours, and I'll meet you back at the end. And at the end we will slip stitch, and then you can chain one and leave a little tail to sew in your ends, and then just tie off. Also, if you want a little bulkier hat, I mean, this is kind of bulky, and because it's so thick, it feels really cozy and comfy, but you can always do another round or two of the front post, back post, or you could do more rounds of the back loop only for the bottom, but that's up to you. So there we have it. You can tie in your ends here and on the inside where we did the magic circle. And then if you'd like to add maybe a faux fur pom or a yarn pom, you can do that. I'm not going to do that on camera, but I did that for this hat. And you're all finished. And here's I don't know if I showed this in the beginning or not. Here's the child size one that I made. It's the same pattern basically. And then I will have a video as well for the toddler size. So once again, thanks for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe. That really helps my YouTube algorithm reach the right people. And I'm really trying to just help people out, and you know, a lot of people are visual learners, as am I, so I hope that the right people find my videos. So once again, thank you so much. I appreciate you being here, and I hope to see you in the next video. Have a great day. Bye.